What's poppin', dogs? Mr. Allen here, working with some quadrilaterals here, and I love me some quadrilaterals. We are given a rhombus ABCD that has a perimeter of 60 feet, a measure of angle ABC to be 70 degrees, and we got to find the length of each diagonal. All right, the diagonals are the ones that run through the rhombus. All right, so let's see here. 60 feet for my perimeter. All the sides of a rhombus are congruent. So if I divide 60 by 4, 60 divided by 4, that's going to give me 15 feet for each one of these sides right here. Woo! Look at that. Already labeling this bad boy, and that's dope. All right. All right. Got an angle. 70 degrees. Now that means this whole entire angle right here is 70 degrees. But in a rhombus, our diagonals bisect the angles. So if I take 70 and divide it by 2, I get 35 degrees and 35 degrees. Whew, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right. Anything else here? Well, the diagonals of a rhombus are also perpendicular to each other, right? They perpendicularly bisect each other. Okay, so in a parallelogram, the diagonals bisect each other, but in a rhombus, even more specific, all right, you get perpendicular bisectors. So we get a right angle. It looks to me like we have ourselves a right triangle with one known side and one known angle. Could I perhaps solve for x and y, we'll say this portion here and that portion there, using some right triangle trigonometry? Oh, man. All right, dogs, before we get ahead of ourselves and bust this bad boy out, we are going to need to set up some equations. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll do that in a different color here. If I want to solve for x, that is my opposite side from the angle. And I know my hypotenuse. Opposite, hypotenuse, which one are we going with there? I'm going to write it actually right in here in my rhombus. That's exciting. We're going to have the sine of 35 equal to my opposite, which is x, over my hypotenuse, which is 15. Boom. I will multiply by 15 on both sides, and I end up with 15 times the sine of 35 equals x. Woo! Alrighty, dogs. Now it's time to bust out that TI. I'm going to have 15 times the sine of 35 degrees, hit enter, and I get 8.603 and some change, right? So that's for this portion here. I want the whole diagonal, right? I want the whole diagonal. So I'm going to have to multiply this guy by 2. Not going to round it. I'm not going to round it and multiply. YOLO, baby. YOLO, you only round once, all right? So if I multiply that by 2, I get 17.207. So we'll say 17.1 for AC. AC equals 17.21. We're in feet. Boom. I've already got one diagonal. Woo! Done inside my rhombus. How exciting is that? How exciting. All right, let's continue. So now we can solve for y, right? Kind of the same idea, except for now next to the 35, adjacent to that 35 is my y, and I have my hypotenuse. Adjacent, hypotenuse, cosine is going to be the move. So I've got cosine of that 35 degrees is equal to my adjacent y over my hypotenuse of 15. Same algebra. I'm going to multiply by 15 on both sides. So 15 times the cosine of 35, oops, not 5, of 35 is what's going into my calculator to get me that y. Let's see what that is. All right, so I'm going to clear. We're going to have 15 times the cosine of 35. Close it, hit enter. I get 12.287 and change, but as we know, YOLO, all right, I'm not going to round that yet. I'm not done with it. I got to double it to get my full diagonal. So times 2, I get 24.574 and change. So we've got ourselves, let's see here, BD. So BD is equal to 24.57 feet. Boom, diggity, boom, diggity. All right, there we go. Do we answer everything we want? Find the length of each diagonal. We have this diagonal here, AC, is 17.21. I've got this diagonal right here, BD, which is 24.57. I got it both. I got both, baby. I got them done. We did it. We got tricky with it. Make sure you're in the right mode, degree mode, right? If you're getting weird negative answers, you're probably in radian mode, so hit mode. I'll even show you right now. Hit mode and arrow down twice. We got radian right there. Arrow to the right once. We got degrees, all right? So if you are in the wrong mode, make sure you pop over there. But that's about it. That's dope, awesome, and America. See you dogs later.